Let's dive in, not waste your guys' time, in talking about the 2026 Honda Passport Trailsport Elite. Now, here at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu, just don't forget to like and subscribe, as we truly appreciate your guys' support. If you have something for us to film, here's our email below. Emails, we'll talk details later. And a special shout out and a thanks to Folsom Lake Honda here in Folsom, California for providing us this vehicle. As well, guys, we want to mention to you guys that we're going to be also reviewing a lasfit liner for the Honda Passport. Now, this is not just Honda Passport. They have liners for different models, but I want to talk about why this is pretty much the best liner on the market, all right? I don't want to make this like a commercial, but I just want to know if you guys are in the market for a Passport, there's also great liners to protect your interior. Now, let's talk Trailsport Elite, all right? You get a standard 3.5 liter V6 engine on the all Passports with a 10-speed automatic transmission. It does come with the VTM four-wheel drive system. That's going to be standard on all, as well as this actually pushes 285 horsepower with 262 pounds-feet of torque. That again is standard on all. 19 city MPG, 23 highway with an 18.5 gallon gas tank size, standard on all as well. Now, Trailsport Elite is going to be the highest trim. And what does it mean when you're getting the highest trim? Well, you're getting all the bells and whistles. For example, like the front end, you're going to have a 360 panoramic camera with its own little washer. You're going to get bumper sensors going across, as well as color schemes on the front end, just being beautiful. Now, if anybody wants to know, this exterior paint color is called the Sonic Gray exterior paint color. We have high gloss black upper grille, matte black plastic grille up top. This is not actually active or live air vent for your engine area, but it's just there kind of for cosmetics. Dropping down over to the headlight system, again, standard headlight system on all trims, LED headlight system with the daytime running lights and the hazards. You have the parking marker integrated into the headlight. Dropping down, you also have LED front fog lights. All right, very nice. As I mentioned, the bumper sensors, you have some silver gloss trim here in between the mid and the lower grille. These grills, the mid and the lower grille, are matte black plastic, as well as the recovery hooks are the Trailsport orange. Okay, those are actually very nice to have. We're coming over to the passenger side of the vehicle, and you do get matte black plastic wheel well trim. Dropping down over to the rubbers, you're getting a 275/60/18 General Grabber all-terrain tire. Beautiful tire. We have dual color rim, beautiful on the rim. I have to say, it's kind of like a gunmetal clouded silver look, beautiful with the high gloss black. You're also getting shock spring strut suspension. Don't forget, I did mention it's all-wheel drive. Side mirrors, automatic foldable blind spot assist, integrated blinker lighting, and you get a camera on the side mirror. Just don't break this side mirror, because this is going to cost you an arm and a leg if you like hit it or break it on the side of your garage. Actually also have keyless fob entry, not just the front two doors, but you're also getting keyless fob entry on the back doors as well. Matte black plastic rocker panel covers there, as well as we get matte black plastic around the windows, but in between the window frames, you're getting high gloss black. Up top, roof rails with the full panoramic glass, and again, that's because of the Trailsport Elite. Over to the rear end. Rear end, you're getting the privacy glass here in the quarter panel area. You also get a utility pad here, so if you do want to lay some tools, some fishing rods, I'm saying longer tools, or your like skis, so you're not scratching your Sonic Gray exterior paint color. That is a scuff pad right there. Over to the rear end. Up top, we get a spoiler with the brake light is not on the spoiler, but it's integrated onto the interior side of the vehicle. You can't see it because the glass is privacy. Hopefully you guys, maybe we can't see it in the video. Wiper for that back glass. Dropping down, we have a backup camera with its own little washer. High gloss black trim. Passport engraved into the tailgate, as well as Trailsport here on the right. Further lower, we get bumper sensors and hands-free access on the tailgate. All right, that's again another Trailsport Elite thing. Dropping down, 5,000 pounds of max towing capacity with the plugs there, so that's very convenient as well. And if you drop down, we get the tucked away exhaust tips on the right and on the left under the vehicle, so it does give it a cleaner look. Let's go ahead and open up to the cargo. Cargo capacity, 44 cubic feet of space with that second row seat up. 83.5 cubic feet of space with a second row seat down total. So you're getting a lot of room here for your skis, snowboards, bikes, 20 dead bodies. I'm just kidding. As well as you get cubby room on the right and on the left. You also have a tailgate button here and a 115 volt inverter with more cubby room here and here. Do we have a spare tire? We do have a spare tire and some more cubby room on the left, so shout out to Honda for keeping that in the Passport. Very ideal vehicle here. And as we like to do here at Vagabond Builds, we like to measure. Behind the second row, you're getting about 42 inches. And one thing that I would say is a bah humbug moment is that you actually drop the seats from here. They actually didn't put the levers or anything to drop the seats. Now that's what it looks like. It's actually the same level, so it actually makes it very convenient if you want to sleep in it for a mild camping trip, or if you're just doing a long road trip and you don't want to pay hotel fees. But over to the back of that center console, you're getting about 6 feet 6 inches. Sorry, about 6 feet to 7 inches there. All right, a lot of room. Another thing I wanted to mention to you guys also is the width. Width is about 44 to 45 inches. And you're getting about 33 inches on access. Sorry, the front access. So another thing, also get a load of that, guys, the lasfit liners. Remember, these are liners that do come slip resistant, the rib design on the interior side of the vehicle. They do have the TPE material. You also get the padding for the back of those seats, which is very nice because you're actually protecting against if you're dropping boxes or gear back here, or if anything is wet, it falls in between the ribs. Very nice. The 3D design actually is scanned very well, and it hugs the contour of the shape of your vehicle. Very nice. So let's go ahead and shoot over to the front row interior. Before we continue with this video, if you find yourself in the Sacramento, California, or the greater Sacramento area like Rockland, Roseville, Elk Grove, and many other cities, if you need a passenger van rental for the friends and the family for the fun activities such as San Francisco, Napa Valley Wine Country, Yosemite, Lake Tahoe, Yellowstone, and many other places, use the link in the description below and rent from Vagabond Van Rentals. We also deliver. Thanks, guys. Let's go ahead and continue with this video. Now, Honda Passport Trailsport interior. Starting with the passenger seat, you got the leather seating surfaces. They are perforated. Both front seats do come heated and ventilated, as well as electric controlled. Trailsport embroidered into the headrest. All right, beautiful look. And these seats, if you ask, they're pretty plush, slightly stiff, actually, if you actually ask me, okay? So they are stiff. I do see them actually tiring out your bottom, but again, it's all preference. In front of the passenger seat, lockable glove compartment. We have a tray area here, or cubby room, with the topographic design on the liner. And you have leather wrapped partial dashboard. We have the 12-speaker Bose premium sound system in the Trailsport Elite, as well as high gloss black trim around the air vents. And we come over to the Google interface. Beautiful look. Again, let's go ahead and show you the maps, but this is what the Google Maps do look like. You do have the smartphone integration, so you get Apple CarPlay, Android Auto right there. Bluetooth audio, you slide, you can mess around with your vehicle settings, Wi-Fi hotspot. I want to show you guys also, if I drop this in reverse, you're getting backup camera, 360 bird's eye view, and the sensor system, just phenomenal look, okay? Now, dropping further lower, we get the Passport engraved into that trim piece. Right over the right-hand side of that Passport engraving, we get a card here on the right, and you can mess around with that card too, show you guys MPG and what you're doing. We drop down to the dual climate controls. Dual climate controls, this is where your heated and ventilated seats are at. All right, we got the knobs there. This is what it's going to look like. Very nice and simple, and I do find the knobs very easy to use. Dropping down, you can mess around with the rear climate, so you get tri-zone climate controls, and this is your rear settings. USB-C plugins, a 12-volt outlet, topographic lining, as well as a wireless charging pad in the Trailsport Elite. Very nice. The toggle switches here, very clean. Cup holders. And drive modes. Let's show you the drive modes, and you're going to see that on the cluster on the right-hand side, and you got a plethora of them: Sport, Normal, Econ, Snow, Trail, Sand, and Tow. We're going to leave that in Normal, as well as a hill descent control button, engine on-off, parking brake, and a brake hold. Lift that up. We got center console area. Up top, the electric visor with the tilt slide moonroof option, and that is a big moonroof, okay? Over to the front mirror, or the rear view mirror in the front. This is going to be auto dimming capability there. Over to the driver cockpit cluster screen. Digital screen here with your gauges for your heat, your temperature, and your fuel on the right. All right, you could also mess around with the center of those gauges, the info cards, just like that, for those two little knobs on your steering wheel. All right. The steering wheel does come leather wrapped, and you also get on the right-hand side cruise control settings, on the left-hand side voice control settings, and Trailsport Elite, a heated steering wheel with the button right there, which is very nice and convenient to just turn on when it's a cold morning. Paddle shifters for that 10-speed automatic transmission, a lever here for your windshield wipers on the right, a lever here on the left for your lighting system. Further left on the dashboard, we got here a front windshield heater system, a tailgate button, and then we come over to the door panel. On the driver's side, we kind of have a 3-level door panel. Memory seating just on the driver's side. Window switches and a side mirror switches with your automatic foldable side mirrors. Cup holders, some more room for personal belongings on the shelving area. Now that we're done with the front row, I want to finish up with one more thing. I'm about 6 feet 2 inches tall, so leg room is there if you actually see the leg room. And what do you know? We also have lasfit liners here in the front of the interior. And guys, I have to emphasize this more and more again because look how well it actually hugs your floorboard. All right, rib design, remember, environmentally free material. And look, you don't find liners that actually come over the plastic paneling, so you're not scratching or damaging that plastic paneling. Again, I have to say this is probably the best liner on the market, and I attest for that because I actually put it in my own vehicles. I wouldn't be telling you guys that if it's not a good product, and they don't warp as well. To where on the OEM or the originals, they actually warp, so they fold over with heat, cold, heat, cold. These are actually thick and they will not warp. So that's a great product. Now let's shoot over to the second row seating. Now second row seating, and to put space into perspective for you guys, I'm 6 feet 2 inches tall, as I mentioned to you guys in the front row. Legroom is there, head clearance is completely there in the Passport. So for a long road trip, I do see this actually fit. We have the leather wrapped seating surfaces here in the back as well as perforation, but you don't get ventilation back here. You get heated seats, and that's because it's Trailsport Elite. We have a leather wrapped armrest with the cup holders back here. In front of the bench seat, we get pockets on the back of each front seat. In between those two front seats, we have the tri-zone climate control with the heated seat buttons, and they are hard buttons, USB-C plugins, and a 115-volt inverter. Lasfit liner, guys. Since I'm down here, you guys got to take a look. Look, it actually protects the center of your vehicle, and look how well it comes over your plastic paneling. It is totally worth it. Grab Lasfit liners, use our coupon code in the description below to save yourself some money. And look how far under it goes under the passenger seat. And maybe you don't want to buy a Honda, or you're going to decide to buy something else. Well, they got different liners for different manufacturers, okay? So continuing forward so I don't piss anybody off. snap handle up top with your LED reading light up here. Your sun visor, that's because Trailsport Elite. Dropping down, we have more tweeters and speakers down here. Window switches and your cup holders are onto the door panels with more cubby room here. Now, guys, we do not have different angles. It's a stationary backrest. Keep that in mind. Now we're done. Here's the MSRP sticker, and the MSRP price coming in on this exact vehicle is $52,450. Now, again, you're going to have destination charge and whatnot, and total MSRP on this unit is $54,355. All right, keep that in mind, guys. Hopefully this video did help you guys out. If it did, I'm sorry for my mistakes. If I made any, I'm not perfect. Like and subscribe. Hype up this video. Thank you, and God bless.